Oh, hey, hello, how you doing? Hey, okay, walk away, bitch. Hey, how you doing? Come here, how you out? Stop headbutting me. Hello. Oh. Hello, pretty lady. Where you going? Yeah, stop headbutting me. What the hell? What's wrong with you? Can't resist a man in uniform, mate. You come back here, toots. What are you doing? You right there? What's with your eyes? Oh, hello. Ooh, I love the Heavy Yeti. Yeah, I love the Heavy Yeti too. Yeah, me too. Oh yeah, it's time. All aboard because it is I, the heavy one, the heaviest of them all, the big Mama Jamma, Mr. Heavy Yeti, back with another Yeti view, and I do have the game for you. Oh, do I? Yes, I do. It is Train Sim World 2020. Let me just say that again. Train Sim World. A world where you sim trains, motherfricker. It was brought to us by Dovertail Games, who has been trying to capture the world of sim trains for some time now, since their inception in 2008. They have brought us many sim games, including Eurofishing and Fishing Sim World, but their pride and joy is Train Sim World. Choo choo. The game is, as it suggests, a game where you operate different trains on different routes across the world. You start her up, you unlock the doors, you wait for the passengers to board, you then lock those doors, you do your engine checks, you disembark from the station, you make the stops while sticking to the timetable, you have little side quests along the way, like locating the rail line route posters, like fixing the fences, clearing the tracks of fallen branches, and putting up safety signs for passengers. Oh yeah, nothing is sexier than safety signs. Straight away, one of the most frustrating things in this game is the load time. It also has a massive file to install on your console as well. So initially my thoughts were that this game is going to be looking good. They've spent the time and effort into the graphics to make the aesthetics appealing. Oh yeah, every little inch of the screen is covered in pristine quality and beauty. But, alas, instead, it looks like shit. Honestly, the cabin to the train is the most detailed aspect of the game, and that isn't even that impressive. It's 2020. I know the game was released last year, but create a patch and update the graphics. It's like playing an old Nintendo 64 game, where there are rigid lines and plain colours with no shadowing. I walk up to passengers to get a closer look, and it's like the GoldenEye 64 game characters. They all have pointy boobs as well, like Lara Croft in the PS1 days. Damn, I miss Tomb Raider. Okay, so they didn't spend the time and money on the graphics. Surely then the gameplay and the size of the map is where all the effort and time and money was spent, right? Yep. Sure? No. It's a track. From one station to the next, you can walk around on the stations a bit, but you can't travel too far without the invisible barriers stopping you. And the electric train in Germany, even though it was the easiest to control, the hardest part was starting it up. It took about 20 minutes I'm playing with the knobs and buttons to try and get it started, whereas the diesel loco in San Francisco starts so easily, destroying the planet with its CO2 emissions, making the Greta very, very angry. How dare you, she says. But controlling it is ridiculous and takes tremendous skill, and it's the first train the game makes you operate. Once you master braking, then you have mastered the game. That's all there is to it. Disembark from the station, go easy on the throttle, make sure you're not speeding, or just blast it a squillion miles an hour down the line, and then ease into the station and drop off the passengers and pick up the new ones, then repeat, repeat, repeat. It wasn't long before I started messing around to see what can happen. So it's apparently not a good idea to get your train travelling up to 80 miles an hour and then just jump out of the cabin without sustaining any health damage and watch the train speed off. Because then you're stuck walking around the track for miles and miles to try and catch it. And eventually you can't, and you fail the mission, but that is after minutes, and I'm talking minutes and minutes and minutes of just walking and walking and walking. So then I tried to run myself over with the train, and well, that didn't work either. I somehow glitched through the train and into a passenger cart. Then I had to figure out a way to get into the cabin and stop the train, but the doors were all locked. Eventually I found the emergency brakes after another 10 minutes or so while the train is barreling out of control down the tracks. The emergency brakes are on the passenger carts in between in a really tight corner. After applying all the brakes, it eventually rolled to a complete stop, at which point the doors magically unlocked themselves and I was able to get into the driver's chair once more. I can't do it. I can't go to Hillsdale no more. I must end it now. I must end my life. God damn, that is an annoying sound. Come take me now. Hold on. I have become the train. How do I get out? Oh, I'm stuck. Oh shit. Okay. No one's driving the train and I'm stuck. Shit. How do I... Help! Why? Thank you. Now, wait, how do I get in? Why is there a pole? Okay. Hold on. Where are all the passengers? It keeps asking me to load, and I've locked the doors. It keeps asking me to load and unload passengers all the time, but none of them are ever actually on the train. Please help me, please help me. I'll jump off the back, I'll do it. Let's go. Freedom! Hey, let me out. Let me out. Why won't it let me out? Let me out. Help me! Help me! This is bullshit. What's the sign say? Where's the emergency brakes? Don't trains have to have emergency brakes? Oh, what was that? Wait. Where is everyone? Hey, handbrake. Let's do some handbrakies, baby. Alright. Now stop. Someone help me! Why is this train not stopping? This is bullshit. Help me! Help me! Someone please help me! We're slowing down. Oh my god. Are we done? Yes! And they magically unlock? Heavy Yeti, I'm free! Don't even know why I'm continuing driving because I'm not gonna get there in time. Also, there's no passengers on board. Ah, but I made it. Let's celebrate. Ah, yes. That's it. That's all the fun you have with the game, and you move on. This game could have come out in 1999 and it would be the exact same game with the exact same graphics and gameplay. It needs more adventure, have a story mode where bank robbers are getting away on the train, or you need to race across the country with a special package on board and if you don't get there in time the bomb explodes or something. Or you're transporting the president and terrorists try and attack and you need to navigate the tracks and signals and turnouts to avoid disaster. See, that took 30 seconds to come up with those. And of course you can have super realistic, boring sim game as well, but you have graphics from the 90s and a gameplay and style which becomes stale quickly. Like dating a porn star. At first you think it's going to be awesome, but then you think how many guys have actually been inside her and you start looking at the tapes that are online and it gets a bit meh. That's what it's like playing Train Sim World 2020. Alright, it needs a score. Give it a score out of 10. I mean, the loading times are ridiculous. It takes minutes to get into a game, and I'm not sure why. The graphics are boring, bland, plain. The gameplay is monotonous. They're the cons. The pros? You drive a motherfucking train. 4 out of 10.